Homer is experiencing a new type of wearable device. The dog on the screen moves along with his actions. Homer performed a dance on the spot for everyone, and even imitated a dog scratching its head. The audience all found it very funny. Homer continued with his performance. Soon his performance ended, but he didn't take off the device. Then Homer went to the bathroom. The dog on the screen made the same movements as him.
Oh yeah. Urinal cake eroding! Eroding! Gone!
This made his family members feel very awkward. This experience made Homer realize this technology had great potential. Just as his colleague was agreeing with him, Homer came up with a good idea.
And I'm gonna get a piece of the action!
Homer went to the bank wanting to withdraw all his money, but this required Marge's signature to take effect. Then he took the form and hid behind some greenery. He put on a one-man show and signed Marge's name himself.
Daddy, ask the man for some candy.
No candy for you.
And at least get some candy for yourself.
Kid.
After the bank manager watched the whole thing, he actually gave him the money. Afterwards, Homer went to a securities company. He used all the money to buy stocks in the device company. He was already fantasizing about his life after getting rich. Then Homer called during work hours to ask about the company's stock price. Unexpectedly, it had risen by 3%. This made Homer almost unable to sleep that night. The next day, he watched financial news on TV. Unexpectedly, the host said the stock had plummeted by 75%. The company had already gone bankrupt.
Oh! Family meeting!
Homer quickly called a family meeting. He said the good news was that he had lost all their assets. The bad news was that Bart was late for school. Only then did Marge realize what Homer had said. But Homer said there was still money to buy a bell.
I've left for this cowbell. Damn you, eBay!
After going bankrupt, Homer went to the bar to confide in his friend. Barney said he had a way to make money. That was to participate in medical research. Homer doubted what he said. Then Barney showed him his results. He had actually grown an ear on his chest. Homer began to hesitate. The next day, Homer voluntarily participated in the research. The first experiment was for diet pills. There was food everywhere before his eyes, but Homer had no desire for it. The doctors outside were puzzled. Unexpectedly, it was because Homer couldn't see it.
Who's gonna buy a pill that makes you blind?
We'll let marketing worry about that.
The next test was related to thinking. Homer couldn't even beat a mouse. At this point, the doctor wondered where the mouse came from. It turned out Homer had brought it himself. Then the doctor examined Homer's brain images. He discovered something strange inside. Upon magnification, it was found to be a crayon.
Mr. Simpson, I'm afraid you have a crayon lodged in your brain.
Homer was also surprised when he learned this news. The doctor appeared at this moment and said this was how they held X-ray films before. His finger had just blocked the crayon.
Crayon every time. I'll show myself out.
Homer recalled it might have happened in childhood. Little Homer had stuffed more than a dozen crayons into his nostrils, but he didn't know if he had taken them all out.
Yeah, I think that's all of them.
The researcher said the crayon might be the reason for his low intelligence. They could perform surgery to remove the crayon. This might make him smarter or might kill him. Homer immediately agreed to the surgery.
Killing power, eh? Let's do it.
After Homer finished the surgery, he came through the door saying his IQ had increased by 50 points. He had even changed into a nerd outfit. To test him, Marge asked several questions. Homer actually answered them all correctly.